Yep. Welcome everybody to Brutally Honest Live with Tim Black. Hey. What up, people? How y'all doing? Do. All right, 9:03. The streaming is perfect. Oh man, look guys. This is my big kickoff. I'm kicking it off today. The 90-day challenge, people. Yep. It's gonna be something else, man. We're gonna make it do what it do. Tonight's topics are Ahmed Mohamed. You remember the little Muslim boy with the clock? Well, some people are saying that was all a hoax. So we're going to talk about it. I need you to share this on your social media. Let people know we are ready. That I'm going live. Also tonight, Scott Walker drops out of the political race. Scott Walker, over and out. You know that guy. Funny looking guy. Eddie Haskell. He's out. Ben Carson had some words about Muslims. We're going to talk about that. Viola Davis winning the first Emmy as the lead actress for a black woman in a drama. That's right. And the hate she received. And Waka Flocka. You know that guy who said he was going to run for president? He caught a lot of shade because he said some things about transgender. So let me see. That's today's show. Making sure my chat is enabled. Chat looks good. And we are ready. There we go. I guess I can end the music. Let me keep the music going. How y'all doing, man? It's your guy, Tim Black. You tuned into it, man. Like I told you, man, this is the beginning of an epic era. At least for me, it's epic era. You know, because what I'm doing here is I'm starting my 90-day challenge. So put this in your books. This is day one, the 21st. Tim Black started streaming live, a live show covering all the news. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. I got big plans for it. I'm gonna kill the music. Stop music. Stop. All right. So, like I said, I've got a number of topics I want to hit up, guys. Check this out. First of all, let's start with Ahmed. And this is a little segment I like to call That Shit Ain't Right. Oh, that shit ain't right. What they're saying about Ahmed Mohamed. Now, for anybody who's unaware, Ahmed Mohamed is a little kid. Actually, he's not that little. Okay, he's a teenager. 14 is a teenager. I'm not going to call him a kid, but we'll call him a teenager. The 14-year-old in Irving, Texas, who brought a device to school to show his teacher, right? And it was a clock in a box. A clock box. He brings it to school. He shows it to an engineering teacher. Engineering teacher takes a look at it. You guys remember the video I did on this? All right. So he takes it to school, and at some point, there was a beep sound came from the box that he had it in, because he had it hidden, right? Had it hidden in class, and one of the teachers heard it, and he showed the teacher what it was that was beeping, and it turns out she thought it was a bomb. They called in. Actually, the way things went are a little bit different than that, right? I think initially I said, hey, they called these people and all this stuff happened, but it wasn't right away. It's like they took the bomb, they took the clock away, and then they investigated it, and like later they came and got him from the classroom, and then all this stuff happened. Well, he gets arrested, he gets detained, Ahmed said he was fingerprinted. He wasn't allowed to call his parents. Yada, yada, yada. Okay, so anyway, this story, it hit on all cylinders, man. People were talking about it all over the internet, okay? It was on every news program. It got very big publicity. A man by the name of Richard Dawkins. He's an evolutionary biologist. Richard Dawkins took to Twitter, and he called the young man out. He called him out. He said that the young man did not create anything. What he created was a publicity stunt for his father. Now, that's not so many words that he used, but this thing started going around. Like, people started saying, hey, this was all a fabrication, that this young man had taken a fully made clock, just took it out of its container and put it into his casing, another casing. So he disassembled a clock and reassembled it in a box. And just said, ta-da! Look what I did. I made a clock. All right? So you got people on one side going, what is the big deal? Okay. Richard Dawkins is pissed. Well, he was pissed. He laid it back down because he caught a little drama. Now, Richard Dawkins, that shit ain't right, Richard. Right? You say the young man, he didn't invent a clock. No one said he invented a clock. What we said is he put together like a science experiment. Like kids do these projects. They do the project. It's like my son, when he was 13 or so, when he did the volcano as a science fair project, he didn't invent the volcano. In fact, he could have got a kit for the volcano. I don't remember. But it's not a prerequisite that he create the volcano from scratch. Like he creates his own thing that bubbles, and he puts together the dirt himself, and that would be cool if he could do that, but he doesn't have to do that. In order for for the young man to get any credit for what he did, he does not need to build it from scratch. He does not need to form the atoms that create the clock. Okay, I see where you're going with it. It's like it deserves a lot less notoriety than we're giving it if he didn't actually make it himself and assemble all of the pieces. I get it. But, dude, it's a non-starter. Come on, this is a non-starter situation, folks. This is some BS. Who cares? The bottom line is it was not a bomb. They arrested a 14-year-old. They detained him. They fingerprinted him. And whether it was a publicity stunt or not, like I said on YouTube on a video comment, regardless to what it was about, right? Like if it was trickery, it exposed the Islamophobia, right? It exposes how people are just paranoid. And then don't get me wrong, on the other side of this, let's not get it twisted. I would have been concerned too, but I would have checked it out. I would not have arrested the young man without finding out if he in fact broke a crime, or committed a crime. You don't arrest people just because. You don't, especially teenagers. You don't arrest a kid at school, deny him access to a phone to his mama, right, without having a probable cause to do so, right? Which Richard Dawkins, later on, after he got pummeled a little bit, he kind of backed down and, he's saying, hey, well, the kid shouldn't have got arrested. Well, that's the point, Richard Dawkins. You're right, Richard. He shouldn't have got arrested. Don't arrest kids for bringing stuff to school. And I hear that Richard Dawkins' father had ran for president in Sudan or something. Listen, guys, listen. I don't care if the father's behind it or not, right? If it was a ploy, it worked. Get it? If it's a ploy, it worked. It shouldn't have worked. Get it? Like, you should be able to bring something to school. Like, look, here's the other thing. You should be able to do this at school. You should be able to joke with your fingers. You should be able to do this. You should be able to do a peace sign. You should be able to, I don't mean gang signs, but you should be able to do peace sign. You should be able to do stuff with your fingers. You should be able to go pum at 5 and not get sent to the office and have your parents have to come up to the school. That's what we're living with right now. It's like every little thing that a kid does, we're all paranoid. So I'm not saying all of it is people being afraid of Muslims, right? Islamophobia. But I'm saying we overreacted in this situation. That's the bottom line. We got these guys on YouTube trying to make a name for themselves saying, hey, I knew it was a lie. I knew it was bogus. You know what? You trying to make a name for yourself, I understand, man. I'm trying to make a name for myself. But you know what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to use little kids and try to fry a kid on social media, right, to do it. Now, I'll fry some adults. Oh, yeah, I'll fry some adults' asses quick. I'll get them quickly. But kid, you don't do that to a kid, right? A young man. You don't do that to the 14-year-old young man. At least I don't think you should, all right? You guys let me know, man. By the way, man, my call-in number, 323-870-4064. It looks like it's working, but you never really know, do you? You never really know. It could not be, but I think it's working. But once again, Richard Dawkins, he appears to be a pretty smart guy. He's an evolutionary biologist, so he got a couple of degrees. And don't put it past Richard Dawkins to want to get a little publicity out of this situation. We got to stop being tricked. If you say the kid tricked this or his parents put him up to do this, to trick us into them getting publicity, well, let's not forget that people like Richard Dawkins, they could be wanting publicity too. I mean, is it really the worst thing in the world if this kid actually only did this to show off to his teacher? What if he did it just to show off to the teacher? Is that the worst thing in the world? I mean, he did put forth effort. It's not like he went and bought a clock outside of a box and then, come on. At least he wants to impress the teacher, or are we saying this is some huge conspiracy? Huge conspiracy. Just to get his father elected in another country. He's not even running. That's the thing that gets me about people, guys. They're saying the father had his son do this so the father could get elected in another country. As if what he does here is going to impact him so greatly in another country that he'll become president over in that country. That's what this is a little tight. That's what their whole thing is built on. The fuck out of here. Come on, guys. Come on. Work with me. All right. So, Ahmed Mohamed, I'm still rolling with Ahmed. You guys haven't given me enough reason not to roll with him. But Richard Dawkins, I hate to say it, man, but I got to say it, man. Even if you're right and Ahmed Mohamed didn't make the clock from scratch, you coming out on Twitter, you putting the kid on the hot seat, you trying to make him look like the worst kid in America. Bruh, this shit ain't right. All right, let's go to the next story, man. If you guys aren't fans of me on Facebook, you should become fans of me on Facebook. I have a group. It's called the Speak On It group, Tim Black's Speak On It group. It's on Facebook, and what we do is we just post stuff. We post stuff throughout the day. I know you on Facebook. Facebook is still big as hell, and everybody goes there. If you're already on Facebook, you might as well come on over, join my Facebook group. Also, little news about that. It appears that, I was trying to come up with a name for people who supported me, like my people, my fam. That's what they are, my extended family on the internet who hold me down, who support what I do. I was coming up with a name. We ran a poll, and it looks like Tim Black's Wolfpack has won. Do I have clapping sounds here? I don't have clapping sounds. I need clapping sounds. Tim Black's Wolfpack has won. That's right. Did one of my speakers fall? No, we're good. Be a part of Tim Black's Wolfpack, where we shed light on all the BS that's happening in the media. People say, Tim, what is Brutally Honest all about? It's all about one thing: exposing the fuckery, which is our mainstream media. What you should see me as is Bill O'Reilly if he wasn't full of shit. Don Lemon if he actually were a black man. Yes. That's Tim Black. I will dig to the bottom of stories, tell the truth the best way I can. Unafraid, courageous, and not giving a damn if people get upset or unsubscribe. See, we believe that there should be a free media, a media that speaks it true. A lot of people like Donald Trump because Donald Trump has no filter. Well, I have no filter, but I'm also not a blood-sucking, lying bastard like Donald Trump. That's why you should come to my Facebook page. That's why you should join Speak On It. That's why you should watch every video I've ever made and thumb them up and share them with all your friends. That's right. Whether you black, white, Latino, which is still white, depending on how you feel about black people, how you classify yourself. Asian, Native American, come join the group. Be a part of the movement. That's right. Tim Black Speak On It group. Coming to a YouTube near you. I am TimBlack.com. All right. Thank you guys. Thank you. Yeah. That's a little something I think it went over pretty good. I don't know. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. Okay. This segment here, a little something I like to call Politricks. Oh, Politricks. That's the name of this segment. Segment name is Politricks. Now, politricks. That means they trick you with the damn politics. It's all bullshit. That's what it is. Have you heard the Scott Walker, governor of Wisconsin, who was running for the nomination for the GOP, has dropped out of his presidential bid? That's right. Scott Walker has called it quits. He called it quits, y'all. Look, guys, if you in a race and your punk ass is dead last, guess what? If you stop running, nobody notices, motherfucker. You understand? If you are dead last in a race and you've been lapped like 18 times, let's face it, Scott Walker. You were polling at 0.5 percentage point. That means, Scott, that I, Tim Black, almost beat you, and I'm not even in the fucking race. That's what it means, guys. Do you realize how much money Scott Walker wasted? Oh, come on, guys. How much money you think he wasted? Hundreds of thousands of dollars is how much money he wasted. For what? To quit. And for what? To barely beat out Tim Black. Yeah. Oh, I got to jump over to YouTube and see if my people over there are, if they're commenting about this, because I think it's funny. Oh, this guy, why is he doing that? GOP politics, very good. Black Archers in the house. Let me get over here. I got these guys, they're commenting. And I just want to know, what do you guys think about the fact that I, Tim Black, almost fucking beat Scott Walker? Huh? Rebecca 172. She says, even if my man Ahmed reassembled the clock, it still was some work. LOL. It's a learning experience. All right, Rebecca. I understand, Rebecca. I want to give him dap for it, too. That's right. Give him dap for it. Shout out to John Johnson. Top of the screen is something, just a suggestion. He wants me to put the call-in number. The call-in number is 323-870-4064. You know, I should do that. But I don't think you guys can see this shit right here. See this? Come on, man. I'm bootleg John Johnson. But you're right. I am going to put that up there. Damn it. John Johnson having good suggestions. All right, back to Scott Walker. Guys, Scott Walker. Give me some Scott Walker comments. Hi, Tim, what's up? Fat fuck with a chode behind a... I can't even say your name, guy. His name is Fat fuck with a chode behind a cock. I said it. Hey, look, guys. I want you guys to know this show is not going to be politically correct. I think you already realize that. If I'm going to challenge myself for 90 days, look, it's 90 days of me just like having no filter is what it's going to be. All right? So Scott Walker, Once again, he dropped out. Now listen, when I tell you Scott Walker, he dropped out. He wasn't doing anyone a favor except himself because he was embarrassing himself. He was running the worst campaign in the history of fucking campaigns. This guy sucked. He was horrible. In fact, they say that Donald Trump is what killed him because, see, Scott Walker was running this campaign where he was supposed to be the outsider. Now, how are you an outsider when you're the former governor of Wisconsin? He's the former governor, right? Oh, he said he could see it. He said he could see it. Okay. He said lean it. I can't lean it. Well, I try that. But how could you call yourself an outsider to Washington just because you live in Wisconsin, but you're still a full-time politician? How does that work, guys? That don't work. That doesn't pass muster for me. Pass muster. See, I can't use words. Why am I talking? See, I don't want to talk like damn newscast guy. Who talks like that? What black guy, you know what I'm saying, born in Southeast D.C., D.C. General Hospital, talks like that? Muster. Who uses that term? Been doing this shit too long, man. I need to get back to who I am. That's what I'm doing this 90 days. It's going to really grab me back. Scott Walker. Let me tell you what happened with the Scott Walker money, right? You might find this interesting. According to the Washington Times, Scott Walker had a very expensive staff. Oh, yeah. Spare no expense to come in dead fucking last. Expensive staffs include a bunch of aides. I don't know how many aides. They need to put how many aides. Not the aides you catch from being with an unclean woman or man or monkey. Who believes that shit? Come on, man. Nobody. You don't really believe someone slept with a monkey, do you? Come on, man. Dave Chappelle told you this is bullshit. All right. He had a lot of aides and a lot of consultants. Scott Walker, do us one favor for taking up time in our lives while you were running just to get half of a percentage point. Give me the name of the aides and consultants that helped you achieve your 0.5% of a percentage point in the GOP race. We want their names, sir, so we would know that they suck as consultants and that they suck as aides. See, they should never be able to get another job as consultants or aides to any campaign ever. If I was running for PTA president, I wouldn't hire these losers that you hired. You should expose them. You should take whatever amount of money you got left from your campaign trust and run an ad in the Washington Times, right? In the Washington Times, telling them the names of all the people who helped you come in dead last and pretty much ruin your political career. That's what I'd do. I'd fry that ass. All right, now, they say part of the reason why Scott Walker failed is that he sucked on TV. Not literally, but he did. He got as close to literally sucking on TV as you can do. He just didn't come across. They said he had zero charisma. That's what killed his campaign. Basically, the Geico Gecko was more energetic. He did have one line in the last debates. I don't know if you guys saw it, where he said that he said to Trump, you get this, make sure I get this right. He had a zinger for Trump, and it was, "We don't need an apprentice in the White House." Yeah, that's how flat that shit fell. Because, see, most people do want an apprentice in the White House. They want someone who's not from D.C. That's what the GOP wants. They don't want another political animal in the White House. They want somebody outside of the White House. So that kind of did not have the effect Scott Walker wanted it to have because that's kind of what they wanted. Not to mention, Trump is like the headliner right now, and you'd have been better off picking off people like right above you, which would have been everyone else. What else? So anyway, Scott Walker's out. Anybody got thoughts on Scott Walker? Fry that flat white fucking shit. I don't know what that is. Chris Powers, he doesn't like them. Maybe some fried. I don't know. There's a Scott fried that. Yes, John Johnson said he even know a Scott was running. Yeah, there was a Scott running. He's a guy who looks like Keanu Reeves. Yeah, Keanu Reeves. That's what he looks like. With a shorter haircut. I think I said that in the other video. Funny looking dude. Like missing a chromosome type dude. Like, you know, his shit was like, all right, we're going to pass some walls. You know, just goofy. Goofy. Too goofy. You know what? There's a level of goofy that a presidential nominee should not exceed. And Scott Walker exceeded that. And there was like nothing interesting about the guy. You know, nothing. So he's out of there. Anybody got any Scott Walker comments? Bernie! There's a lot of Bernie love over here. We got Bernie love from Colin Salka. Colin says Bernie 2016. I hear you. Is Bernie more charismatic than Scott Walker? I hope so. I hope he is, because he's going to need it to beat Hillary. Because Hillary is here, and she's running, and she's upset. Oh, Hillary's upset. Oh, she's upset. And this shit then went flat. It's soda, guys, not alcohol. Anyway. Yeah. Hillary is going to pull out the big guns and definitely going to spend a lot of money. So I hope for all my Bernie Sanders fans, and you know, I'm slowly becoming a Bernie Sanders fan myself, because I like what he talks about. I like the thing about healthcare that he wants to provide. I like a lot of stuff that Bernie Sanders says. I know I'm a stickler for helping people, like not be in poverty. You know, that's important to me, you know. The fact that he doesn't like police brutality and will at least address the issue, that kind of resonates with me, you know. I know I had to be won over. You got me, Bernie. So far now, he could do something like, you know, you never know with these guys. Like something could come out, like he could have, I don't know, man. He could have done something in his past or something. I hope nothing comes out, man. You know, I've been, you know, I just hope nothing comes out bad, you know. You know, like Ron, people wanted me to be a Ron Paul supporter. I'm like, you know, didn't he like write a paper and like had nigger all over it? Like, nigger. Didn't he do something like that? Like, and people say, no, it was planted. I mean, like, I don't believe it was planted. I believe that's really what he thought. You guys need to comment on the video. Comment in the comment section or something. I don't know. Ron Paul. Rand Paul's doing surprisingly horrible. I thought he'd do better. Hey, Rand Paul went to Ferguson and he went to Baltimore. I know he wished he didn't do that shit now. A lot of aggravation for nothing. He's like third to the bottom. It's like, damn, you know, I did all this. I went and hung around with all these black folks. It's not helping me. Little did he know the Black Lives Matter movement would take such a big hit that that's not a plus. What they call political currency. It's all gone. Like, that don't help you that you went to Ferguson, because now that they took such a hit in the credibility department that it's not a plus. What they call political capital, that's the word, right? John Johnson says that Bernie Sanders is a very rational guy. Rational. We like rational. Is he helpful? And is he a friend to the coloreds? That's what's important to me, guys. Frankly, that's what's important. But yeah, so we'll see, man. But like I said, I am surprised Rand Paul's doing so poorly. But, a segment. Okay. Let's go over here. I'm looking to check my phone calls. I got another segment. I'm going to get better at my transitions. I'm going to work on them. This is a little segment, something I cooked up, guys. I hope you'll like it. It's a little segment I created. The name of that segment is This Nigga Here. Oh, yeah, this nigga here. That's right, Tim Black will be using the N-word on my show, depending if the story calls for it. And it does this time. Benjamin Carson. This nigga here. He pissed off the Muslims. Oh, yeah, he saw all the attention the Trumpster was getting by pissing off the illegal aliens and then pissing off, like, Muslims too. So he said, you know what? I need to get me some of that pissed off capital. Because when you piss people off, it seemed to be working for us. I got to piss some people off. Who can I piss off? Anybody over there I can piss off and shit on. That way I can pull out some bigots that'll vote for me. Come on. I need some fire. I need power, fire. Come on. So he decided to piss off the Muslims like Trump, his daddy. Well, he said that followers of Islam are not fit to serve as president of the United States. And he was successful at pissing off a number of Muslims. A whole lot of them. A lot of Muslims upset with Ben Carson. And you'll see it on Twitter. If you go on Twitter, do a search for Ben Carson. Uncle Ben. And you'll see a lot of hate. But listen, guys. Here's my thing. And I don't know how you feel about it, but I don't think presidency really goes well with any religion. Isn't that part of the problem with Kim Davis? Like, Kim Davis is an elected official, even though she's just a county clerk. And look what she's doing now, because I got to stick to my religious beliefs. I've got to stick to it. Well, you didn't stick to it when you had these 4 husbands. Shut up. That's something else. Don't bring up my hypocrisy. I'm talking about the hypocrisy of you guys right now, not my own. See what I'm saying? See, like that religious, she said, back then I wasn't following the Lord. Now I am. So what I did when I wasn't following is not pertinent. See, that religious thing gets in the way sometimes. And like I say, man, I have no problem with you being a religious person. Fine. But I don't see Christianity or Islam being really a good match for presidency. And I know somehow we've made it match in the United States where, Protestants, and I think Kennedy was the first Catholic, right? That was a big deal back then, right? Because Catholics used to get discriminated a lot, right? Like, that was like a big deal. We had a Catholic president. No, motherfucker, I'm not that old that I know personally. I just remember reading it, okay? Not 55. Somebody said, you're 50. No, don't rush my lifespan. All right? The bottom line is this. I don't believe that religion is a good fit for anyone in political office who's talking about they're gonna make decisions based on their religion. So that's what Ben Carson lost me. Because he's going to make decisions for this country if he was elected, which I hope, oh my God, I hope that, look, that would be scary. It better not happen. For real, I'm serious. You guys better get out there and not vote for Ben Carson. Please. But I don't think there's anybody, man, who's a good fit when it comes to their religious beliefs and people's lives who may or may not be religious or who may believe in other religions. As long as if you have to separate church and state, that's my point. Here's my point, guys. If in the Constitution there's a separation of church and state, what difference does it make what your religion is if they're supposed to be separate? Ben Carson said that he thinks that a Muslim would have a problem keeping to the Constitution. But what the Constitution says is that they're separate things, that you're not supposed to bring your religion into the Constitution. Right? Oh, come on, guys, help me out, man. Do I got some comments going? As long as we never forget 9/11, people will always dislike Muslims, sadly. That's true. That's true. They will. They will always dislike the Muslims because of 9/11. And those darn beheading videos kind of permanently etched in the brain. But, if they had video footage of some of the stuff that we've done, Yeah, the other countries, if they got that footage, yeah. We didn't do too good with Abu Ghraib. That was kind of, pissing on people, shoving objects up people's, private area. Let me just say it. I've already dropped the F-bomb once, right? You shoving objects up people's asses, making religious people who are like extremely, extremely homophobic, like touch each other while they're naked, like climb on top of each other naked. Look, I'm sure there were a lot of people in Abu Ghraib who just wanted to kill themselves. They just didn't have anything to do it. Right? If you'd have left some trash bags in their trash cans like you did with Sandra Bland, yeah, you'd have had a lot of dead Muslims in Abu Ghraib because I'm sure they wanted to die after that. Yeah. Guys, this show is going to be offensive. It's going to be, I'm going to take it there. How else would I make Tim Black more popular? I can't keep on being nice. Hey, fuck nice. Nice don't help. You know what? Nice is a 50-degree day in May, and nobody cares. We want a 75-degree day in May. All right, so anyway, Benjamin Carson. Also, Benjamin Carson, I don't know if you noticed or not, but once upon a time in the U.S., people used the Bible, which is their religion, to own slaves. They were like, look right here in this book. It says it right there. So see, that's why we separate. We need to keep it separate. Because people use it, they twist it. Christians can twist the Bible too, just like Muslims can twist the Quran, right? Hindus can twist I don't know what do Hindus read? You guys know that stuff. All right, let me go to my comment section. Let me shout some people out. It's that time of the show. We're 40 minutes into the show, and I don't want to just talk the whole time. So let's do some shout outs, man. Stone Kania. Stone. Religion in America seems to be just some cloaked people wear to hide their true motives. And Republicans use it to tie in those that follow that shit, in my opinion. Stone, you are smart. I like you, Stone. If I had money right now to give you a t-shirt, I would do it. I'm going to start making. That's why I got to start doing what I need to do so I can send I love that comment. Stone says religion in America seems to be a cloak some people wear to hide their true motives. I believe that is true. I do. Very true. John Johnson, I shouted you out. Ronald Hot Boy. So right, Stone, even the KKK use religion. See, I tell you, that's why you need to subscribe to my channel and come join me on Facebook. Speak on it group, because my wolf pack, Tim Black's wolf pack, is full of smart people. You see how smart this guy is? Ronald Hot Boy. Now his name I'm still wondering about, Hot Boy. I thought that was like early 2000s, the Hot Boy. But since you have a good comment, Hot Boy, I'm not going to get on the name too much. Might want to update that shit. Guy over 40, 41-year-old man says your name is played. You might want to look into it. But he says, you're right, Stone. The KKK use religion as the base of why they do what they do. Right. And Chris Power says, they're all puppets. Loving it, guys. Loving it. Now remember, guys, call-in numbers here if you want to expound on any of these topics. 323-870-4064. Call in, be a part of it. Get stuff off your mind. All right. We're going to go to another segment. Yeah, we got a lot of segments. I'm coming up with these catchy titles. This is going to piss off a lot of you atheists out there. I know some of you watch my stuff. This segment is called You Need Jesus. Viola Davis just won the award Actually, she just set a record by winning awards. She became the first African-American woman to win an Emmy for lead actress in a drama. Oh, yeah. Hey, can you believe that? First ever. Like, it's 2015. She's the first black woman to get that award. But some people weren't so happy about it. Especially this bitch named Nancy LeGrand. Oh, no. Nancy got sour grapes. Nancy LeGrand plays on General Hospital. First of all, I didn't know who Nancy LeGrand was until she did this shit. That's how people use Twitter nowadays. You know, it's okay for you or I. We're relatively unknown. 99.9 people in the planet don't know who the hell I am. So it's okay for me to use Twitter to try to, bring awareness to what I'm doing. But when you've been on TV like Nancy LeGrand, you really don't need to grandstand on top of Viola Davis to try to make a name for yourself on Twitter. So anyway, this is what she didn't like. She doesn't fault Viola for winning the award. She faults Viola for a statement she made when she won the award. Get it? She thinks Viola's a great actress and deserves the award. She doesn't like what Viola said after she won the award. As if that has anything to do with it. Okay, but anyway. Viola said, part of this, and this was from Harriet Tubman, she says, I see a line. I see beautiful white women with their arms outstretched. They're outstretched to me over that line. But I can't seem to get there. No how. And she went on to say, you can't win an Emmy for roles that aren't there. So you get it, right? Viola Davis is saying that those are a happy moment for me. I'm still not where I want to be, and so many other black actresses don't get this opportunity that I've been given. And we can't win awards if we don't get the roles to win the awards. Get it? And I think Viola earned her right to say whatever she wants to say at the awards ceremony without getting criticized by someone who's not even in the running. Get it? So that's why I say that this woman, Nancy LeGrand, that bitch needs Jesus. Oh, she needs Jesus. She needs to become humble. She needs to become a person who's thinking about something, not just herself. Because that's exactly what she did. She focused on her lack of getting what she wants. Come on, man. Her tweets were, she says, the Emmys are not a venue for racial opportunity. And that Viola Davis has never been discriminated against. How the hell would you know if Viola Davis has ever been discriminated against? See what I'm saying, guys? How the hell would you know that? That's like someone saying, Tim Black, you've never slept with an attractive woman. How the hell would you know who I slept with? The fuck are you? Are you peeking in my window at night, motherfucker? Do you know who I've been with? Do you know the women I've met? What do you know about me? How could you make a statement like that? Now, the possibility that Viola Davis has been discriminated against is even higher than the probability that I slept with a bomb-ass woman with a nice ass. That's even higher because, why? Because she's very black. And me, I'm not that good looking. So, probably, I'm more likely to be the one you write about, not Viola Davis. But this woman thinks it's her right. See, Viola Davis is saying there's white privilege in Hollywood, which we all know exists because most of America's white. Come on, guys. Stop denying white privilege. This is pointless. There is white privilege. If you're white and you're not getting any privilege, that's because you're not doing it right. That's it. It's not my fault if you're not working your whiteness to your advantage. Now, if your mama and your daddy had you come out of her uterus in some godforsaken shithole in Alabama, that's not my fault. But there are white people who do very well. Now, Nancy LeGrand, if you are unfortunate enough to not have the chops or the inherent skill to be a great actress, that's not Viola Davis' fault. And that doesn't mean that Nancy Lewis Dreyfus, or whatever her name is great. Though she is pretty good. I do like her. I just thought of her name. Julia Louis Dreyfus. One from Seinfeld. She's good. Plays the Veep or something. She's good. I don't want to use her. I want to use a girl. One of the women from Sex and the City. One of them. Let me use one of them. Not all of them were that funny. All right? Not all of them are that talented. Not all of them. Give me one of them. Viola Davis could have been one of them 15 years ago. Come on. Come on, man. Come on. You guys had Sex in the City. We had girlfriends. Thank you, Kelsey Grammer. I mean, I'm not complaining, but I'm saying. God damn it. I'm saying. There's a difference. All right. So Nancy LeGrand's butt hurt, and she ended up, look, the thing about her, she ended up backing down. She backed down. She apologized. But then she did this, which is... Let me just read you this shit. All right? Let me read you this shit. Let me play the music, man. This shit right here. It's dramatic shit she did. Let me see if I can imitate her for you. "30 years I've been an advocate for human rights. And now I'm a racist. Color me heartbroken. That's what she said. For 30 years, she's been a human rights activist, advocate. And what the fuck does that even mean? What's a human right? Look, 30 years an advocate for human rights. What's that? You want a cookie? What does advocate mean? That means you're not against human rights, like you never like went and like snatched food out of a starving African baby's mouth. Is that what we mean here? Miss LeGrand, stand, bitter, white lady? People want credit for all types of shit. All right? They want credit for everything. You want credit for not being against human rights. She didn't say she marched with King like they say Bernie did, right? Bernie marched with King. What did Nancy LeGrand do? She's an advocate for human rights. What's the qualification? What gives you the designation motherfucking advocate? So you guys got to pay attention to this type of shit. That's what Tim Black's here to unveil this bullshit. Look at it. 30 years she's been an advocate for human rights. You know what? For 30 years, I've been an advocate for gay rights. Because you know what? I've never pushed a gay person down a flight of steps. Now, I push people down the steps. Before I pushed them, I said, "Are you gay?" They said, "No." I pushed their ass. If they said they was gay, I said, "Ah, you all right." But that's what it means. It just means you weren't against some shit. What you want credit for not? I didn't burn down no churches. I never one time burnt a cross on a black person's lawn. I was an advocate for civil rights. I felt good about it. The fuck does that even mean? See, this is the type of... All right. And then she got backhanded with her shit. She says, "Color me heartbroken." Why you gotta use the word colored? See what I'm saying? Oh, see, this is where I get offended and then you act like you don't know why. Right? This is where the white lady offends the black guy, the bald black guy, the bald dark-skinned black man with the baritone voice, with bass in his voice, and then she acts like, "Well, what did I do? I don't know what's wrong. What? I just use words. What's wrong with you? Why? I'm afraid now. I'm feeling uncomfortable." That's what they do, you know. They say some shit, then they act like they don't know why you're upset. And look, this is not all white women. This is just her. Recently, a guy I liked kind of came at me because I said something about Bristol Palin. I want to projectile vomit just thinking about that motherfucker. But I don't have a problem with everybody, just her. All right, so then she went on to say, Twitter can bring out the best and sadly tonight, the worst of us. All right, the Emmy for most grandstanding, the most pettiness, and winner of playing a victim on Twitter goes to Nancy fucking LeGrand. Speech. Come on. You've been in oblivion for 30 years playing General Hospital, and now you want cookies. Guys, I tell you. All right, I'm going to go to my phone lines. I'm going too long. I'm talking too much. Sorry, guys. I'm still fighting this. I think I just got sinus issues. I just need sinus medication at this point. You know, you get some shit, it just won't go away. It's like, fuck it. All right. Let me go over to my dashboard just before I take the call. More comments below. Who we got? Live from New York City. I got 5 on it. She didn't even write the apology. See, live from New York. See, man, you and me, man. Bruh, where the fuck you been, man? Fuck you been? We see eye to eye on a lot of stuff. Not everything, but if we saw eye to eye on everything, we'd be the same person. Stop unsubscribing because you disagree with me one time, bruh. My homie. All right, Joseph Heron said it's all right. It's all right? Okay, I hope it's all right. I don't know what that's in reference to, but I'm just going through my comment section shouting my people out. Okay, color triggered. It crashed. The infamous Canty. I don't know what it crashed. And what's up, Tim? Tim at night. That's right, Kevin Piedra. Kevin P, what's up, man? KP. All right, I'm gonna jump over to the phone calls, man. Hope they still hung on. They do. Let's see what it do. First phone call tonight goes to. What up? You're on with Tim Black. Who's on the line?
Hello, Mr. Tim Black. It's Joy.
Joy, what's up, Joy?
I'm good. What's up with you?
Hey, man, everything is beautiful. You feel me?
Yes, sir. Excellent show thus far.
Thank you. What say you? What has crawled up your bra strap and won't let go? What's going on?
First of all, much respect to Viola. How about she got up there with her dark, beautiful skin and her natural hair and told the truth, baby?
No doubt.
Yeah, and anytime you tell the truth, how dare you get up on that show and we give you that nice shiny award and you get your chocolate natural hair self up there and tell the truth. Girl, Viola.
How dare you screw up our evening by making us feel bad about some shit that we all know exists?
Oh my goodness, and then we have Miss Grand. Bless her grand heart, grandstanding heart. I love it. Let me tell you something, Miss Grand. Shut your ass up and sit the hell down, boo-boo. Okay?
Have several seats, Miss Grand. Have several seats.
I know you've had your season. Let Viola do her thing. The thing about it with this activism stuff, it's interesting how I stood off to the side and I didn't say anything as all hell was breaking loose. But the minute the sun shines on lovely, dark-skinned, natural-haired, muscular-toned, armed Viola, then she wants to stand up and say, oh, Twitter brings the best. And the worst out of all of shut up, girl.
Joy, you are hilarious. And you know what? More than being hilarious, you did on the money too. This is so true. That's exactly what happened. If Viola wouldn't have won, we would have never heard about this woman. So that's what I'm thinking. This is all someone just trying to get a little spotlight, little shine.
Exactly.
You know, it's got sour grapes, and then she sees an opportunity to get her shine on. You feel me?
Classic parasitic behavior, Mr. Tim Black. Classic parasitic behavior. Bless her heart. She's dipping back into her ancestry. The poor thing. Come on up in the 215 where Viola's chocolate, natural-haired self is holding the award, baby. Come on in. Come on in.
I love Joy Green. I love you. You are so...
Thank you for taking my call.
You got it, love. You got it.
Talk to you later.
Later. Joy is always on the money, man. You know what I mean? She's always on the money. Thank you for supporting this show, Joy. You are hilarious. And she speaks the truth. She speaks the truth. Look. Even if, check this out, even if Nancy LeGrand has a point, which, you know, everybody's entitled to their opinion, right? I'm entitled to my opinion. Lord knows I give it every damn time I get a phone line and an internet signal or whatever. I'm giving my opinion, right? Okay, fine. But if you give your opinion, if you're free to give your opinion, you're also free to get criticism. So I'm criticizing her now, and I'm telling her that what she did was definitely a attention grab, right? And we all see through it, all right? This also plays into what Matt Damon said. Now, you guys, I don't know if you know about Matt Damon, but Matt Damon, him and Ben Affleck have the show Green Light, and there was some controversy that Damon dealt with because he made some statements to, I think her name is Effie. Anyway, it was comments about diversity in the movies, in Hollywood. Now, come on, guys. You know, there are people who grow up with dreams of directing, dreams of being in movies, dreams of writing screenplays, dreams. You know, it's not their fault they came out of a vagina in Cleveland, in a bad neighborhood or whatever. Like, it's not their fault. And I know it's hard for everyone to achieve a dream in cinema. Come on. It's hard to achieve a dream on YouTube. Keep it real. But opportunities seem to go one direction primarily, okay? I'm not saying it's impossible to be Denzel. I'm saying it's harder than it is to be Jude Law. That's all I'm saying. And neither have the same... Come on, guys. All right, so let's not argue about, is there this situation where, you know, it's an uneven playing field. Let's not argue about that. We know it is. And if a woman who's worked her ass off of, just the fact she's the first sister to ever be given a role that got enough attention where she was able to win an award as a lead actress, you should let her say what she wants to say. What she said was not offensive. It's not offensive, right? I mean, come on. It wasn't like she gave a Kanye West speech. And even a Kanye West speech, we let him say whatever the hell he wants. Anyway, Nancy LeGrand was lucky that she got the attention that she got from everybody, including me right now on this show. But come on. All right, I got another call on the line. Let me. I'm feeling good. Right, I'm feeling good. Before we go to our next segment, I'm going to roll the dice and see what we got, folks.
Hello.
Hey, it's Tim Black Show. You on the line. Who am I speaking with?
You were speaking to Stone King, you good sir.
Stone. Where you calling from, Stone?
Calling from the red state, Georgia, of course, or sadly.
So how is it in Georgia, man? What is on your mind, Stone?
I don't know, man. I would consider myself a guy who pays attention to politics. And I can't help but just hate America for the fact that we have so much support for Trump.
Well,
it just
go ahead.
It questions the population. I mean, I just don't see how people can see Trump's plans as logical. Also, I'm a bit nervous. This is my first time calling to a show.
But Stone, let's stay there 1 second. You did real great. That's a great point. And it's something I think I want people to know. I feel that the fact that people like Trump says something more about how fucked up our politics is than it does about the people who like him.
It's just troubling. It baffles me every time I try to think about it.
But think about it. I mean, the reason why people like Trump is that he's not a politician. That's how much we hate politicians right now.
This is where I'm confused, though. This is where I'm confused. Like, why do I want a businessman in office? That screams corporate pawn to me.
You sound like Waka Flocka.
I'm sorry.
Do you know who Waka Flocka is?
He sounds familiar, but I think he was part of the Black Eyed Peas.
Close enough. No, he's a rapper, but he said the same thing. Why would you want a guy whose primary objective all his life has been making money? Why would you want to elect him to help people when it's not what he's about? He's about making money.
Also, he was bankrupt 4 times.
That too.
Also, all this money is from his father. He done all this stupid shit. He had a board game. Trump had a fucking board game. There's commercials of it.
He's a great marketer, though. The guy is a great marketer. I won't take that from him. I think more Democrats and more independents need to take a page out of his book as far as marketing, as far as getting a message out there. I believe that.
No, yes, I mean, I'll give him that he's like the least manufactured Republican candidate. All the others just seem generic and just for the big companies. They don't care about all the small people. But at least Trump has like some decency to him.
Shit.
But he's not manufacturing the rest of them.
It's sad that we feel that way. But yeah, man, I mean, I'm looking at the rest of the field there, and I'm like, I mean, who do you like? I mean, who else is there to like? Who is there to like besides Trump? I don't know, man. I don't know.
I mean, we got Chris Christie at the bottom of the barrel.
You know, I've never been a big Chris Christie fan, man. He just rubs me the wrong way. He just seems so fucking abrasive. Like, he wants to, you know, it seems like he tries to bully. Like, that's worked for him, like, through high school and through college or something. And now he still uses it. I'm like, who likes that, you know? I don't like it.
I just don't know. I mean, like, it's just Trump's policies that I don't understand. Like, he wants to build a fucking wall and then somehow make Mexico pay for it. Like, how the fuck does that work?
It's all symbolic, man. He's just feeding into that shit, you know, the hatred, the people like, I don't know what to do, build a wall, fuck it. I don't know. And it's like, it's so simple. It's like, it's not, you know, like Obama uses a lot of nuance and he talks about stuff in a way that makes sense, that's logical. But the problem is by the time he loses a lot of people along the way. And I think right now people just want the simple, like, drop a bomb on some shit, or build a wall and stop this shit, or, you know, like they want it doesn't have to make sense, Stone. It just they just have to understand what you're saying.
I mean, we're all afraid, essentially, because ISIS is just breathing down our necks almost, wanting to kill us.
There you go. That's true.
We're afraid. I mean, I still think the fucking 9/11 thing, it still resonates with us. It's the one thing that made us terrified of Muslims.
Yeah. You're right.
Like, the terrorists, like Al-Qaeda won. They fucking won. They stuck a knife in our rib, and ISIS is just twisting the knife.
Yeah, pretty much. Wow.
We're just terrified.
And when you're terrified, I guess you'll fall for pretty much anything. Right? Even Donald Trump. That motherfucker. Hey, Stone, man, thank you for calling in, bro.
No problem.
I'm gonna get off Trump's ass, man. I'm gonna move on, man. But I appreciate the call, man. Guys, I understand where Stone's coming from. He feels disappointed that people like Trump. I'm disappointed that we make people feel so shitty that they would like Trump. See, that's where I come from. I feel like the people who like Trump, you can blame them, or you can blame the situation that lets a Trump be possible. Because that shit came from somewhere. And I know that's kind of deep, you know. It's just easier to hate these people who like this guy, but I don't hate, you know, to blame. Well, not hate him, but blame him. You know, I don't want to. It came from somewhere, man. People, you know, we went through a depression, not a recession, a depression. Then we got the media putting ISIS on the TV, and we got all this, you know, we got all these problems. We got the banks, the bailouts. I mean, just think about what we've been through. And you got people to just look. I did a poll on my Facebook page on Tim the Bartender's show, right? And In that poll, I asked people, I said, how much do you trust politicians? Scale 1 to 10. I didn't have a single person say over 3. Out of 10. I had people saying -2, 0, 1. You know what I'm saying? That's what people were saying to me. That's how much they trust politicians in general. And cops are even worse as far as trusting cops. So, hey, man, I'm not surprised that somebody will listen to a guy who comes from the outside. Right now, it would be a prime time for anyone to come out who could just speak reasonable, right? But unless you're willing to say volatile stuff like Trump about immigrants or about illegal immigration or about Muslims, who we've all decided is the boogeyman, right? You're not going to do well. Because you got to create the buzz, you got to say the negative stuff, right? All right. Guys, I don't know. All right, guys, I'm going to take a quick break. When we come back, I'm going to talk about Waka Flocka. That's our primary story for the night. Waka Flocka had some words to say about transgender, and I'm going to play that video for you. Stay tuned. You're listening to Brutally Honest with your man, Tim Black. This is the 90-day challenge, and I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to do a Scott Walker and quit on you. Stay tuned. Hello, people. It's your man, Tim. Capture. All right, guys, we're welcome back, guys. I hope everything's working out, man, and everybody can see this image, which is actually a video of Waka Flocka that I released earlier today. If you saw it already, please bear with me. I just want everybody to have a context for this shit so that you know what's happening. Nothing worse than people not getting on the same page. So anyway, here we go. Let's roll with it, people. Waka Flocka in my video, and let's go. Let me see. My bad. I gotta actually go to the window and hit play. Hello, people. It's your man, Tim Black. Last Friday, Waka Flocka Flame stopped by the Breakfast Club, and he dropped some bombs. The man dropped knowledge. That's right, I said knowledge. On the Breakfast Club. Let's talk about it.
You know what the world is today, man? Women are afraid to be a wife, and young males is afraid to be men. It's like, it's not cool, man. They're not marketing that, They don't market families and husbands and wives anymore. They marketing young girls, you know what I'm saying? Transgenders, like, they marketing evil, man. Nothing against that. I'm just saying.
Not the transgender part, but I agree that they don't make it cool.
Evil is marketed. Ain't no religious men. I'm just saying, like, yo, come on, man. I ain't got nothing against nobody's preferences, but putting it on TV and doing that's crazy, man. And kids is the only people watching TV. You know, adults is too busy, man. They're trying to control life. So you can't stop your kid from watching certain channels. They gotta watch it.
He did.
Waka Flocka just put his career in flames. Waka Flocka's probably not the most open person when it comes to gender, right? But transgender. But what he's saying about the media, I support that, because the media don't put nothing out there to benefit you. It's all about making money. So we need to stop thinking there's vitamins and minerals in our media coverage. If you come home after leaving your kid in front of the TV for 3 days, and their head starts spinning around, don't be surprised. Garbage in, garbage out. Next clip, Waka Flocka talks about mental illness and people who need help from psychiatrists and stuff he's experienced by doing his travels.
See nobody in America complaining.
Right. Yep.
Yep. I want you to see nobody in America complaining.
Right.
I've been in a third world country. I met somebody 17, 16, I think it's like 15, one of them ages. He ain't never had a pair of shoes. Ever. Ever. How many voices you think he had? You know what I'm saying? You gotta look at it like that. Come on, man. I'm just being real.
Right. Nah.
That's why I stopped wearing jewelry. I started traveling. I started seeing these. I was giving my diamond chains, like breaking it apart. I'm dead serious. Like, it changed my perception on life.
All right, give it up for Waka. Come on, give him some love. That was a good one. I mean, he didn't kill all his brain cells. That point actually made sense, right? Oh, come on now. You thought your 96 Hyundai was a bucket until it broke down on you. You had to catch the bus, and the man sitting next to you, you could tell he never liked deodorant. Like, deodorant was not his friend. You like, wow, man, I wish I had my Hyundai's like a Benz right now. If that joint was running, it's like a Bentley. When that stench hits your nostrils, burn out your nose hairs, like, oh. All right, so now in this clip, Waka talks about, if you in the hood, he talking to you.
I ain't take control of the present. That's what everybody's fucking up at. We ain't taking control of the present. I know slavery happened. I know black love, but guess what happened right now? If you in the hood right now, your rent cheap as a month. Why are you complaining? Stack that paper. Stop buying those Jordans. I'm just saying, stop buying those book bags. Stop buying those shoes that cost $1,200. Stop that.
Who in the hood got $1,200 shoes on? I'd have smacked the taste out of your mouth. Waka better be exaggerating with that $1,200 mark. In fact, new rule. If you're in the hood, you shouldn't have shoes over $100. I don't care if it's Christmas. This is crazy. $1,200 shoes? If you're in the hood, you got $1,200 pair of shoes on your feet right now, you deserve to be in the hood forever. Tune in tonight for the 90-day challenge. It begins tonight. Tim Black's 90-day challenge. That's right. For 90 days, I will be doing a show daily. The daily Tim Black show, right? Brutally honest. It starts at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to run for about 2 hours every night. It's your alternative to all the BS, mainstream BS that's out there. It's like, what would Bill O'Reilly be if he was black and real? And he wasn't a sack of lying shit. You know, that's what this show's going to be. What would Larry Wilmore from the Comedy Central be if he could just say whatever he wanted to say? That's what this show is going to be. So news, trending topics, whatever's going on in the world, we're going to talk about it. Be here 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, all right? All right. I'll be looking for you. All right, I'm back, guys. Let's see how we get this. And let's bring this to the front. Almost there. Bam! A lot of clicking. Okay. Wasn't that better than me just trying to tell you what it was all about? Now you know, like I had little clips of him actually speaking in his own tongue without me, you know, having to explain it all, right? They say, you know, if you can show it, it's better than telling it. Okay, so on Twitter, people have been pretty pissed off. They have not liked Waka Flocka, his comments about transgender folks. He did say they were evil. But he didn't say, but see, this is the thing. Waka Flocka didn't say transgender people were evil. He said that the people who put those images out were evil, which is sort of the same thing. Boy, it's not really the same, but it's the same thing. But it's not, you know what, it's the same thing. So like I said in the video, man, I don't think Waka Flocka is the most, gender, I don't know, trans, like most nicest, most open, diplomatic person when it comes to gender equality, right? Transgender equality. But you know what? Okay, I'm going to give you that. He's saying that he's not homophobic, that he's not transphobic or any of that stuff. He's just trying to be honest and speaking his mind about what he feels about the imagery and what have you. Okay. But let's not take away. So if you disagree with that part of the story, I understand you might disagree with that. My thing is, don't disagree with everything, because some of the stuff he said, I was surprised to hear him say it, frankly. Let me get off here. Let me go back to my dashboard. I got 5 on the shit. Okay, let me load some more comments. Yeah, some of the stuff that he said, I was surprised to hear him say it, because it was so true. Open the phone line. Yeah, the phone line's open. It's open, Chris Powers. You calling in? Call in. Check it out. Well, you know what? If people have comments about it, you can talk about it, because I just talked about it in my video. So yeah, let's see what people have to say. But it's no comments. Hey, dude, you just said I need to open the phone line so people can talk about it, but you're not on the phone, man. You got to call in, man. So all right, let me go back. All right. Look, man. Waka Flocka had no idea that he had common sense. He has more than common sense. He's been enlightened. He's almost 30 years old, so maybe that has something to do with it. He talks about leaving violence out your life, leaving that behind. He talks about self-medicating. You hear me? He's talking about self-medicating that he had been doing all this time while he's been a rapper. That his brother died when he was younger. He had to deal with that. And the situation that he grew up in, and the environment that he grew up in, right? So, and he's been like, for years he'd be in interviews high and drunk and tore down or whatever, not really talking, mumbling, not making sense. And he looks back on it now and says, you know what, that's not the person that I want to be. I want to be someone who's conscious, who knows what's going on, who's aware of situations. But unfortunately, his discussion about him using Caitlyn's old name instead of his, I just did it. Instead of him using Caitlyn's new name, now that's all people want to talk about. They don't want to talk about none of the constructive stuff he talked about. They don't want to talk about the responsibility he's trying to put on people in the hood to use their money wisely. They don't want to talk about when he's talking about leaving violence alone. They don't want to talk about him talking about elevating yourself and accepting responsibility and looking past the materialism that and the messages that he even puts out himself. No one's talking about that shit. Everyone's talking about the transgender aspect of the conversation, which was only like 3 minutes. And even in that conversation, he said, I have nothing against anybody who chooses that lifestyle. I have nothing against anybody's preference. I just don't think it should be in front of kids. He is entitled to feel that way, if that's the way he feels. I don't think any sexuality stuff really should be in front of kids, personally. You know what I mean? Like, personally, I don't want my 6-year-old seeing any sexual shit, whether it be same sex or heterosexual. You feel me? I don't want that stuff in front of my child at all. So, hey, but I just think we missed the boat, man. We all getting riled up, and we're allowing this media to feed on that. They just saw that. We can make stories, and we'll get a bunch of hits. And yeah, he said something. We can screw him over. We can screw his life up. We can beat up on him, because that's what they do in the media. They take these things and I'm talking about it, but I'm more of a proponent for, okay, we can disagree with this portion if you want to. I don't necessarily disagree with the imagery being kind of, to me, too much. All right, that's my opinion. I'm entitled to feel how I feel. It's too much gay stuff on TV for me. But that's as a heterosexual man. You may feel there's too much football on TV. You may feel there's too many black folks on TV. I don't know what you feel, but that's all opinion. But we can't let the things we disagree on keep us from having conversations about the stuff we do agree on. I don't see you complaining when he say that these people need to stop shooting each other or they need to not spend money on sneakers. You ain't complaining. That's fine, though, because you agree with that. See? And that's where I come up on it. All right? That's where I come up on it. I think we just jump out the roof or jump out the room on issues too quickly. And we just throw the baby out with the bathwater because we don't like one thing someone says. And the rest we ignore. Happens to me all the time. I can do 500. Somebody can watch 40 videos of mine that they agree with. They watch one video, and all of a sudden they're not my friend no more. They write me a long book about how they're going to unsubscribe. They don't like me no more. Because of one issue on one video that we didn't see eye to eye. Like, wow, you know? And that's how sometimes people are, man. That's how they are. But if we're gonna broaden our conversations, right, and we're going to learn and from each other, right, and grow, we should give people the room to grow. We should give people the ability to say, you know what, let me think about that. We don't have to agree on everything. I think a person like Waka Flocka can be very, very instrumental in helping young people in the hood get their shit together. And for you guys, not you guys, but those guys who are chastising him because he just doesn't agree with transgender stuff, or transgender lifestyles being displayed on TV, for you to say, let's just destroy his career over that, I got a problem with it because he can be more of a help than you can, frankly. He can help more people being a voice of reason to people who listen to him than you can. But you want to tear him down and destroy his career because you don't like how he feels about one issue. Meanwhile, he could stop some gangbangers, or he could stop some people destined for welfare, or destined for drug usage, or destined for the pen, help them, right? You guys get where I'm coming from, man? You feel? Let me see if anybody knows what I'm talking about. Told your ass. I called, it said no show in 24 hours. Damn, I called, it said no show. Well, how much time I got on this shit? Oh, damn, I got calls. 1111. What the fuck is a? Let me see what this is. If you call and you block your number, you got me suspicious of you. All right, don't block your number because I like to make sure that you're a real person. You're not somebody gonna call and play games. You're like, I won't call you back, so you don't have to block. All right, but okay.
Fool.
Hey, I'm Tim Black. You on live? Who is this?
It's full.
It's full. What?
Yeah.
You on live now?
Dude,
What you
you're talking about Caitlyn Jenner.
Kinda. I'm talking about Waka Flocka, really. I'm talking about Waka Flocka, but yeah, that's close enough. Go ahead.
He's high on drugs 24/7.
Say that again.
Half the time you don't even know what he's saying.
Who, Waka Flocka?
Yeah, he doesn't know what he's saying, dude. Half the time he's high.
Did you watch the interview?
I love his music. I just don't think he's a viable source for Republican, Democrat, whatever he is. I don't think he's a viable source for anything presidential, anything political at all.
Did you watch the video I just played?
Yeah, I watched the video you just played.
Did you hear what he said? Did you hear the part where
all right, repeat it to me.
No, but I mean, you watched it, so like a minute in, when he commented about people spending money on materialistic items. And when he went overseas, he met a young man who never ever owned a pair of shoes. And that changed the way he saw money and clothes and material stuff. You saw that, right?
No, I didn't get to see that. My phone was dead.
Oh, okay, because that was a real important part. And there was another part where he talked about what changed him. Like that changed that he changed from being materialistic, and then he's talking about how if you're in the hood, you shouldn't spend money. You shouldn't spend $1,200 on shoes. You need to put your money away, save your money, stop complaining, but save your money.
He's a rapper. I don't think it matters.
You don't think it matters?
He has plenty of money to spend on shoes. I could care less about that if I was a rapper.
Who do young people who listen to rap listen to besides rappers? Like Bernie Sanders? You think that Bernie Sanders is going to get a 15 or 14-year-old or 16-year-old to listen to him about living in the hood? Like, really?
No, I don't know anything about living in the hood, but I know he has plenty of money to spend on shoes.
You're missing my point, bro. What I'm saying is, who's going to talk to the young people if it's not going to be the rappers?
Plenty of people.
Who?
Plenty of people.
Tell me, name one person.
I know they don't want to listen to it, but that's their own stupidity.
Well, teenagers are ignorant by nature because they haven't lived that long. But who's going to influence them if their parents aren't influencing them? The stars and celebrities are the next go, man. They're the ones.
If my parents aren't influencing them?
If their parents are not a good influence, or if they're not even there, dude, then they're entertainers. They're entertainers and celebrities are the next choice, man. That's where I come up on that, man. You just don't like this guy, so you dismissing his whole train of thought, and I think that's unnecessary.
I like him. I listen to all his music. I've listened to plenty of his albums. I know all about him, but I just don't think he's a viable source for anything political or anything politically correct inside America. I just don't think so.
Okay, well maybe okay. Then in that way, let's say this: what he said about Caitlyn Jenner, who gives a shit? Because his opinion is void, right?
Dude, she doesn't even accept gay marriage, and she's a transgender.
See, I didn't know that. That's kind of crazy.
Makes no sense, fool. That makes no sense.
That makes no sense.
I don't even know how I feel about gay marriage, but that makes no sense to me. I read that and I was like, what the hell is wrong with this fool? He's like talking about how he's a transgender and stuff, how he changed his life, and then he doesn't even like gay marriage. That makes no sense.
Dude, I'm lost, man. But hey, man, thank you for calling in, man. What's your name again?
Joe.
Just making up names. All right, Joe. Subscribe, man.
I'm not making up.
He took so long to say it, Joe. I thought you were bullshitting me, man. I'm sorry. You blocked your number too, Joe. Don't block your number, man. That way I kind of know the numbers when people call. Like, my audience is so small, I know my subscribers, and I like to know my callers over time. You feel me? All right. Let me go to the next caller. Hey, thanks for holding on. Hey, thanks for holding on. It's Tim Black. Who's this?
It's Joy again, Mr. Black.
I thought it was you, man. You know, I recognized the first part of your number, and I wasn't sure. I was like, I don't know if she'd call back up here. What's up, Joy?
I had to. I have 2 quick points to make, and then I'm gonna let you know some stuff so others can call in.
Go ahead, Joy. I'm with you. Go ahead.
Okay. The first is Waka Flocka, and I don't follow this young man at all. I only really know him because I saw your video. But he was speaking the truth. Everything he said out of his mouth was the truth. It doesn't matter if it's coming out the mouth of a rapper. It's the damn truth. And the fact of the matter is, with this Caitlyn Jenner thing, we must be honest about how the gay community went to bat real hard for Caitlyn. I mean, Jamie Foxx caught it for telling a little teeny joke, and then Caitlyn carried her ass onto the Ellen show and said, well, if you have to be married, I guess I can go kicking and screaming. I mean, if you want to call it marriage. I mean, that is shady as hell.
See, I didn't know that. I didn't know it. Joe said the same thing. I didn't know that.
Yes. Oh, my God, sir. You have to. Caitlyn Jenner, Bruce He is a damn Republican with a wig, makeup, and some titties, because he was like, well, if you have to call it marriage, I guess I don't want to stand in the way of your happiness. Shady.
Of your marriage.
That is for real. Shady.
Wow.
And Waka Flocka, whether he's a rapper or whatever, the fact of the matter is the young brother is telling the truth. And I think it's very therapeutic for a young man to leave the United States every now and again to see what's really going on around the world with black and brown people.
Right.
That brother is speaking from his own personal experience, and it is not to be discarded because he is a rapper. The truth is the truth, no matter whose mouth it comes out of. And I'm going to leave you with that, sir. I'm going to let some other people call in. Thank you for listening and taking my call.
You're welcome, Joy. Thanks for calling in, lady. Another thing that we kind of not glossing over, but we're kind of skipping over that Waka Flocka said that I think is very important. Right? He said that the media on TV media, right? They are not promoting families. They promote the breakup of families. They promote single life. They're not making it cool to take care of your family. They're not making it cool. When I say take care of your family, like be with the person you with, to be married, to settle down. They're making it cool to do other shit. Right? So that's an important part, I think, of this discussion that a lot of people are missing when they're just jumping on the Caitlyn part. They're forgetting a lot of other stuff he left. There's a lot of meat on that bone that we need to take a look at. Now, you think about what's popular on TV, and you think about what do they promote family? Do they promote fathers, fatherhood, being in your father's life? Is that what we're getting? Or are we getting a bunch of living single type shit? Are we getting a bunch of stuff put in our face, women too, right? Of being independent and being single, being a single mom. 10 years ago, 20 years ago, that wasn't the case as much as it is now. Now it's cool to be the single mom who don't even want to be with the baby's father, or it's like that's the norm, and that didn't used to be. Do you think that's a positive? And I think Waka Flocka, I mean, hey, look, I don't know. I'm not on him like that. I know of him, right? I know he makes, crunk music or whatever. I'm not judging him as an artist. Though he's a successful artist, I'm not judging him on that. What I'm talking about is his statements in this video that resonate, that can be helpful to others. And like I was trying to tell Joe, Joe, dude, the young people in the hood who listen to him value him. It's not if you value him. It's if they value him. All right, you know what? Joe, you my guy, man. You my guy. But Joe, that was some shit. Oh, Joe, that was some shit. For you to give me the impression that just because you don't value Waka Flocka's opinion, that we should all dismiss it, when maybe he's not talking to you. The people that value his opinion, and that's what he's useful for, the people that listen to him. Now, I put my videos out, and a lot of people see them, but the only people who really take them to heart are people who give a fuck about what I say. Now, if you say, well, everybody doesn't care, you'd be right. But to the people that I matter to, it matters. So for that, Joe, you want some bullshit. Get it together, Joe. Get it together, Joe. Get it together. I don't know. I just think the music just adds a mood to it, Adds a mood to it. We're doing well. I got time for more call-ins. We got about 23 minutes left in the show. Look, man, we're doing something amazing here, right? We're coming together. We're talking about issues. It's small. It's going to grow. People are going to hear about this guy, Tim Black, who does this show that talks about shit and he don't sugarcoat it. He keeps it real. It's going to grow. You know what? I know it is because I know that you're going to share it. And I know that as long as I deliver and make it entertaining, interesting, and relevant, that it has no choice but to grow. I believe that. And I believe Waka Flocka's right. And I believe Joy was right when she says people need to get out of this country and see the world and change their perspectives. I believe that shit too, because that's how people grow. And when, there are people who never left their block. Look, I live in Waldorf, Maryland right now. We're close to Waldorf. Very close. All right? Waldorf, Maryland. But I've lived like in this area for a while. There are people who live in D.C. who've never even been to the monument. More or less been outside the country, been to Africa, been to Mexico. Now, I've never been to Africa. I've never been to Mexico. I've never been to, I've never been out of the country, okay? I've never done that. But there are people who have never been out of their city, who have only been to the city right next door to them, or the town right next door to them, who've never left their state. You understand that? So we need to look at things through the eyes of other people. When you complain about your life, your station of life, your lack of money, your lack of opportunity, you're looking at it from your perspective. That's true. But if you went to some of these, there are people living in poverty where they eat roaches. They eat the insects crawling on the ground. We don't have that problem here in the United States. I'm not saying everybody, like it's always that way, like it's always people doing well enough where that never exists, like there's never people that hungry. But what I'm saying, like Chris Rock says, America's the only country where people go hunting on a full stomach. Now, I don't think they're the only country, but it's one of those countries where people go hunting on a full stomach. And that means the need, it's not survival. Damn it. All right? It's not, people do things in the United States because they want to. Not always because they have to. And that's my thing to all the people out there who are, if you're involved in illegal activity, really think about why you're doing it. Are you doing it because you're trying to survive, like you would die without it? Or are you doing it because you lazy as fuck? Are you doing it because you don't want to make $8 or $9 or $10 an hour? You just tied into materialism. That's why what Waka Flocka said was so important. These people want to drive a fancy car. I mean, that only used very small bit of that video, of his interview, right? Only used very little bit. There's more to that video. He talked about how he got rid of his cars, right? And he did it because, not because he was hurting for money, but he was like, I wasn't driving them. Why I want to own a depreciating asset? Waka Flocka said that. Now, I don't know if someone told him to say it. I'm not into that. I don't care. It's the fact he said it. There are people that value what he says. You feel me? I know you guys feel me. I know you feel me. So it's about the audience that you resonate with. If that audience, like me, I don't expect everybody for me to resonate with everyone, but I'm going to resonate with some people, and those are the people that I care about, the people that I resonate with. I wish more people would listen, but hell, man, the people I can touch, the people I can reach, and that's what the Speak On It group is about. That's what Tim Black's Wolfpack is about. We can't change everyone, but we can help some people. We can change some thoughts. We can help some people, right? And that's what we want to do. Look, let me get some callers in before it's almost over. I talked enough. Let me go here. Hey, you on the line with Tim Black? Hello? You're live. Hey, how you doing? Who's this?
This is Chris from Oklahoma.
Hey, Chris from Oklahoma. What's on your mind, Chris?
Not much, man. First time calling in. First time actually watching your show live, and pretty interesting.
Cool, man. Very cool. Thank you for calling in, bro. So what's anything on your mind? Any of these stories grab you and make you want to talk, or what? Or ask questions or make a statement?
The whole Waka Flocka thing, a lot of people are attacking him because of the Caitlyn Jenner thing. It's still controversial, you me personally, I will always see him as, you know, Bruce Jenner because he was born a male, and from what I've read about transgenderism, it's more of a identity than an actual condition. It's like an identity disorder.
Okay.
So there's that.
And, I mean, if that's your, you know, that's how you feel about it. I'm sorry. What'd you say, Chris?
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Do you think that? So what do you think about it? Do you think that what you've heard from his statements, are you offended by it, or can you see past it to see maybe he has some points he's trying to make?
I don't see past it. It's just, to me, it's like mentally he has the honoring of a woman, which that's perfectly fine. But why would you go to the extreme to modify your body to the way you feel? That just makes no sense.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So you're talking about Caitlyn Jenner and saying, why would you do that? Why would you have that operation or whatever?
Right. My thing is, yeah, sex honestly doesn't matter how you feel. It's a biological function. So that's where I'm getting that across. But the whole Waka Flocka people giving them shit, it's just like, people are fucking haters. That's all they are. They hate anyone that has an opinion that's dishonest from theirs. And they may see him as, false human. I can't talk, so I'm kind of nervous.
That's okay.
But, they see him as a goody two-shoes, even though he's rich. Like, he has all this money, and he's giving away his cars and selling that because it makes him look good. That's where people usually, they hate that.
But hey, man, look, everybody's got an opinion, man. But I understand where you're coming from. I respect your opinion, bro. I just think we need to, just take a step back and let the young man have his thoughts and express himself. Just like we do with Caitlyn. We let Caitlyn say what she wants to say. We can let Walker say what he says. Hey, thanks for your call, Chris. Thanks, my brother. Don't forget to find me on Facebook, man. I've been talking so much. I want to get the phone calls in, man. Hey, you're live on the air with Tim Black. Who's this?
Kevin.
Hey, Kevin. What's up, my friend?
Nothing much. I'm having a good night. Listening to you, watching you on YouTube live.
Cool, man. Did any of these subjects grab you, make you want to like throw something at your screen or get involved with the conversation?
No, it's just that I caught it on time, so I was thinking, let me just jump on, the chat, and everybody's like, call.
Hey, man, that's a good reason too, man. Look, man, I'm just getting started. I'm glad you called up, frankly. Hey, I need more people to call up the show, to let me know my phones are working, and just say what's up. That's fine too, man.
Yeah, and I've been following you on YouTube for 2 years now as a subscriber.
Damn, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I need more people like you. Look, man, tell your friends, man. Spread the word.
I will.
All right, man. Hey, thanks for calling, man. Later.
No problem. Have a good night.
You too, bro. That was cool, man. Hey, you're on the line with Tim Black. Who's this?
Hello?
Hey, you on the phone with Tim Black. Who's this?
Hey, what's up, yo? It's Lyle from NYC. What's going on?
Hey, man, I'm excellent, bro. I'm chilling, man. Man, tell me something, man. Tell me what grabbed you. I don't know what subject you called in on, man. Tell me what's on your mind. Just tell me what's on your mind.
Yeah, this Waka situation, man. I think it's like he ain't got to depend on the hood image no more. So it's like he can say what he wants.
There it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He's doing that EDM music and all of that.
I saw him with the SCU thing, man. Remember the SCU controversy when the frat boys got caught out there with that little chant, that racist chant? You remember that?
Nah, I don't think I remember that one.
Oh, okay, but these kids at the SCU University, he had just did a show with these kids, and then like a couple months later or something, they got videotaped. It became a big story, man. They were like had this chant there'll never be a nigga in our frat or some shit. So Waka's been getting.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
they were singing that song.
Yeah, that's it. And he had recently been to their fraternity performing, and he said these guys were all cool. He didn't understand. Like all of a sudden they flipped and was racist. So my point is that Waka's been slowly sticking his toe in the water, testing the waters and seeing what he could get away with talking about. And he went all the way in on this Caitlyn shit.
Yeah, I hear that, but it's like if he was still starting off and depending on the money, he wouldn't be talking. That's how I feel.
Yeah, that's yeah. I mean, you can't. They say you can't talk against transgender or gays, homosexuals, LGBTQ community if you want to make it in Hollywood. And I think music is an extension of Hollywood. You feel me?
Yeah, exactly. You know who it's owned by. So
yeah, it is.
It is what it is, man.
It is.
That's why it's like everybody got to go independent.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying, bro. You know what I mean? I know even the comments I'm making, they could be damaged, and like maybe some sponsors won't want to kick it with me just because I say, hey, man, like I don't think even if you disagree with his statements that you should pan his whole conversation. I mean, that ain't the only thing he said. He said a lot of other helpful shit that can help a lot of people. And I know, who knows, that might hurt me at some point, but I'm independent, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. That's true. And what Waka said was true, too. And it's like, all these rappers know that. But it depends what situation they're in, if they're going to say something or not. That's the problem.
Yeah. I feel you, man. Hey, thanks, L.A., man.
All right, man. It was good talking to you, man.
All right, family. Hit me up on Facebook and Twitter, man. I'm on Twitter, too, man.
All right, no doubt. Take it easy, man.
Later, bro. Man, I can't say he was wrong about anything he said. I mean, I think we all know it's a shame. Put it this way. It's a shame that I think the Caitlyn comments overshadow everything else. And what's not controversial is that what he said about materialism, what he said about self-medicating himself for years, what he said about the death of his brother. I mean, he talked about a lot of issues. And it's just unfortunate, there are a lot of people are never going to hear that side of it. They're only going to hear that he called Caitlyn Bruce. And he said it was evil that, they putting that stuff in front of kids. And it makes me say, well, maybe we wish he didn't say that, because now the rest of his message has been lost. But would people pay attention to his message if he didn't put the controversial elements in it? And that's the thing about it, man. And you look at, you look at like a Scott Walker. Look at Donald Trump, right? We talked about Donald Trump and how the reason why he's being successful. A couple callers called in. I think it was Chris, Joe or Chris, maybe Chris. We talked about Donald Trump and how he's being successful because he's like that shock value he provides. He's politically incorrect. He's got no filter. He just says it. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's what Waka did. Maybe we're not giving him enough credit. Like maybe he knew this would be, problematic, but also an opportunity to get his name further. I don't know. You guys let me know, man. Once again, guys, this is the 90-day challenge, man. In the 90-day challenge, what I'll be doing is every day it's going to be a show from your brother, your uncle, whatever you want to call me, right? It's going to be at least a 2-hour show. We're going to open up the phone lines. I'm paying for those phone lines. I'm going to keep them open. You call in, a subject, whatever. If you just want to talk, you can just talk. I want to create a dialogue, and I want to do something different than what's being done out there. You know what I mean? Like, I want to give people a vehicle to say what's on their minds, and I want to talk about topics in a way that you're not going to get on MSNBC, that you're not going to get on Fox News. You feel me? So that's the goal of this show, and I think 90 days is a good way to decide if this is going to become a permanent fixture on my channel, and this is what I can devote my life to. Like LA, man, like he said, man, you know, these guys, they can't say certain things because they're beholden to certain people. Well, I'm not beholden to anyone, so maybe I can say it for you. All right? All right, guys, I'm on Twitter at Tim Bartender. Also, add Team Black PR on Twitter as well. That's Jessica Daniels. She works with me. She does a lot of my promotional stuff. And I gave you the Facebook information. Oh, one last shout out, man. Medical marijuana. It helps a lot of people. A lot of people have prescriptions. Medical marijuana enables them to live a life that is more enjoyable, more comfortable. I've heard it even said that it can help cure some diseases, some conditions. So I support medical marijuana usage. I'm right point blank about that. My sponsor this month is YourCannabisHouston.com. They are 215 compliant. They meet all the requirements of a medical marijuana website, right? You got to be medical marijuana registered within your state, but you can go there. You can get not only, you can get many forms of marijuana, oils, vapes. Go to the website and you'll find out more information. Those are good people. Please support them. They support this channel. They're my first official sponsor, and I support what they're about. All right? Helping the community. All right, guys. I'm Tim Black. I'm out. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me see if I got some go away music, man. There we go. It was great, man. Hey, man. It can only go up from here, right? You got to start somewhere. Let me see if I can do this. Let me see if I can pull this up. There it is, 90-day, the 90-day challenge, Monday through Friday, the daily show, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m., man. It's a daily, it happens. I should say a nightly show. It's not really daily, is it? It's a nightly show. It's all love, people. I'll catch you on the next one tomorrow. I don't know what the topics are going to be because it all depends what's in the news. Oh. And if there's a topic or a story you want me to talk about, please send it to me. timstake2@gmail.com or hit me up at Twitter at TimBartender, right? Or hell, man, just get it to me. I don't care how you get it to me. Just reach out to me and get me the story ideas. I need them. I talk about what's important to you, not what's important to me, what's important to us. I'm out.